coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Ford Field tunnels, and the noise level in this place just about off the charts. They are set for football as the Lions get ready to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And no run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. They go play action now. Jackson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A huge play there right off the bat. It would appear these guys aren't fooling around. A big play on the second play from scrimmage.
Well, last night at our meeting, you said you thought that they would test the secondary early. But I don't know if you meant it on the second play of the game. I thought you meant as we get into it a little bit. They decided to just come right out swinging.
Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 14.
It's a nice completion and a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
13 yards remaining on second down. Now it's Jackson. Forced out to his left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson will pick. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And the Ravens are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
He kept it in his hands and tried to push it across the goal line himself, but the defensive front wouldn't allow him to do so, bringing up second down and a bit farther.
Back at the 2 now. Here's second and goal. This time, Jackson will throw it. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Here comes Deontay Harris from his end zone. And we will not see a run back here from Harris. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, 60
Looking to throw. Dickinson. He's going to loft it. Deep right sideline. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And finally out of bounds. Down near the 10-yard line. And now following that last play, I do believe we're going to get a review here. Yes, indeed, the red flag is out. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 10-yard line.
Back to throw. Dickinson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. From the gun, Dickinson. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Derek Wolfe in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. Blankenship's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either way.
Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself...
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Another try after the first down sack. Jackson. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. in good position, 1st and 10. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Dickinson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Ravens are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And, partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage. An even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in a game.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh, my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down. Play action. Now Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Hands it off out of the gun. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the first down marker. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to make it 4th down. Throwing is Jackson. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he is going to be out of bounds a couple of yards short of the marker. And they will fail to convert here on 4th down. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
On first down, they go right back to Hunt. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? to throw. Dickinson. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Anthony Averett picks it. And the Ravens are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. After the interception, here's Jackson. This is caught. It's Brown. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Play action. It's Jackson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Well, for all the deserved accolades Lamar Jackson gets for his running prowess, his deep ball, it's really a thing to behold as well.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And the final readout on next-gen stats, remarkable. That ball traveling close to 80 yards in the air.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Here comes Harris out of the end zone. No return there for Harris, and the drive will begin at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And 3 interceptions in this game, and I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. A 1st and 10 here, and if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. To throw on 2nd down, Dickinson. And that is incomplete.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw again. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hawkinson. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Pick your game up.
53.
Off play action. Dickinson. He's going to look deep down the field. That's caught inside the 20. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
The first down pass.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
These two coaching staffs likely going through their final adjustments for the second half. One of these teams is going to emerge 2-0. But who will it be? To find out, let's go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
All right, second down, right back to Hunt. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. From the gun on 3rd down, Dickinson. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. But the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
At the 42-yard line.
A good gain on first has them set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They go play action with Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Levi Yr3Wk2. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now.
Ravens 21, Lions 3.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
They go back to the ground, this time Swift. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They've got a chance to pin their ears back and get after them now.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Dickinson. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Justin Madubuike picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. 2nd and 20. From the gun, Dickinson. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends.
53's the mark. 53. Check 53.
Looking to throw. Dickinson looking for Hawkinson, and he's got him. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Hawkinson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Offense set at the line for this next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. A pass there over the middle to start things out. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
First down, Ravens.
So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
On 1st down, Dickinson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 41. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Ravens 35, Lions 10.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Here comes Harris out of the end zone.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Throwing after the interception, Dickinson. Being chased out left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
On 3rd down, Dickinson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Let's go now. Lead. 53. 53.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Lions' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is.
Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
And now we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Flush to his right. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
And, Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. They go play action now. Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And got his man complete. And finally he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15. It's a big play there for Baltimore. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Marquise Brown there to make the grab. And the Ravens are on their way to a 2-0 start. Tucker with the extra point, and that will bump the lead up to 26.
Ravens 42, Lions 16.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Back to throw. Dickinson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And he's got his man on the out route. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column, but as a defense, They don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A big play there on the catch and run.
First down. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got it first and goal as they look to punch in a late score. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And Jackson going to have the first down as he will get to the ground to avoid the contact.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
I know that no game in the NFL is ever easy, but they're making it look that way. Everything is being done with such precision. Just on this drive alone, 3 plays, 3 first downs. If you're on defense, you're scrambling, looking at each other, trying to figure out how are we going to slow these guys down.
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.